when Coca-Cola announced that it was possibly talking about making a partnership with a cannabis or a CBD or a marijuana type of company because it's sort of the new nascent industry that's out there. I specifically asked Warren and Charlie about that. Listen to their response.
What's going on, guys? So for quite some time, we've heard lots of rumors about Coca-Cola collaborating or investing into a company like Aurora Cannabis, or Coca-Cola making or working on an infused cannabis drink.
That Coca-Cola is in serious talks with Aurora. Is Coca-Cola the partner that you want?
Coca-Cola would be a great partner.
Is Coca-Cola the only one who you're talking to?
Coca-Cola, Pepsi-Cola.
It's an imminent deal between Aurora and possibly Coca-Cola.
Reports that Coca-Cola may be interested in taking a stake in Aurora Cannabis.
Aurora is sending the message that, Coke would be a great partner.
I have zero doubt that we're going to end up with a partnership.
And that's exactly what they were. Rumors. And today I'm going to be playing a clip of Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger, and they were questioned about their thoughts of what they think if Coca-Cola merged with a cannabis company or if they created an infused drink. So I'm going to be playing that clip real soon, but before we get started, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up. Let me know about your thoughts about Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger, whether you agree or disagree with them on their thoughts of infusing cannabis with Coca-Cola. Also, don't forget, hit that notification bell, smash that subscribe button. So let's play this interview.
I had an opportunity to talk to them specifically. We're here at Coca-Cola. Since we landed yesterday, Team Countdown has spoken to a lot of people in Omaha, shareholders of Coca-Cola and Berkshire Hathaway, who, of course, late last year were not happy when Coca-Cola announced that it was possibly talking about making a partnership with a cannabis or a CBD or a marijuana type of company because it's sort of the new nascent industry that's out there. I specifically asked Warren and Charlie about that. Listen to their response. I did talk to a Coca-Cola shareholder yesterday who said if Coke were to get into a cannabis or marijuana partnership, this person would sell their shares. Would you? How would you feel if Coke got into cannabis?
It would be a mistake.
Yeah, but we wouldn't sell it.
Why?
Because they've got such a wholesome image and cannabis doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not very
Coca-Cola,
complicated.
there's something in everybody's mind in the world practically about Coca-Cola. I mean, they've got an awareness of a specific brand that is almost unequal. It may be unequal. You can say Coca-Cola in 200 countries and they know what you're talking about. And when they say it, when I say Coca-Cola to you, there's something in your mind. And I'm not sure that you would want to muddy that image a little bit.
Let us be clear. Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger think it would be a mistake for Coca-Cola to venture into anything marijuana related, even if it is sort of the hot new thing.
So there you have it. It's not the answer we were expecting.
It would be a mistake.
Yeah, but we wouldn't sell it.
Why?
Because they've got such a wholesome image and cannabis doesn't.
Yeah.
So obviously Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger don't like the fact that Coca-Cola is even thinking about infusing their drinks with cannabis. Their thoughts are Coca-Cola is a clean image. It's been around for years and they don't want to ruin their image. The pot industry, the cannabis sector, it's not so clean. So they said that if Coca-Cola were to infuse their drinks, that they would sell all their shares.
But we wouldn't sell it.
Why?
Could that be the reason as to why Coca-Cola hasn't collaborated with Aurora Cannabis or with another company in the cannabis industry? I think that possibly could be something that has been talked about behind the scenes. Maybe Coca-Cola brought that up to Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger, who obviously own a big stake in Coca-Cola. And right now they've said it publicly that if Coca-Cola infused with Aurora Cannabis or any cannabis company, that they would sell out all their shares. So let me know your thoughts on that. I personally think that they're a lot older, so their mindset's a lot more old school. So they probably don't see the benefits of cannabis industry, and they're looking at it as something that was crime related, something that's been frowned upon for the past 100 years. So after hearing this interview, I was doing some research and found a couple interesting articles on Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger and their thoughts on the cannabis industry. So here's one. While speaking with both Buffett and Charlie Munger on Friday, May 3rd, the day before Berkshire annual shareholder meeting, the duo discussed one of the company's largest holdings, Coca-Cola, and the possibility that it could become involved as a player in the cannabis industry. According to Clayman, the response from Buffett regarding Coca-Cola and cannabis was as follows. It would be a mistake for Coca-Cola to get into the marijuana cannabis business. They have a wholesome image and that would be detrimental to it. For those who may not recall, Coca-Cola was rumored to be in discussion with two major marijuana growers in 2018, which was Afria and Aurora Cannabis. Aurora Cannabis has the pedigree of a company that's just waiting for a global brand name partner. Aurora is expected to produce more marijuana than any Canadian grower on an annual basis, and it has a broader international presence than any other pod stock. All that's really missing is a deep-pocketed partner. However, my suspicion is that Aurora's tendency to lean on common stock issuances to finance its numerous acquisitions may have scared Coca-Cola away from taking an equity stake. Had Coca-Cola taken the plunge, its stake would have been continually diluted. Instead of diving in headfirst, Coca-Cola CEO James Quincy has been adamant since October, a commitment he reaffirmed in an interview with Yahoo Finance following the company's most recently quarterly results, that his company has no intention of entering the cannabis space. So neither Buffett's nor Coca-Cola's view should surprise you. While it might appear surprising that an avid capitalist like Buffett or a global brand like Coca-Cola would quickly dismiss the fast-growing cannabis industry, there are valid reasons for each to keep their distance. With regard to Coca-Cola, there are no assurances that a non-alcoholic cannabis-infused beverage will be a needle mover, even though Canada is preparing to give numerous marijuana derivatives the green light by October. The infused beverage space is expected to be crowded, which could limit the profitability of pot-based beverages, be they cannabidiol, tetrahydrocannabidiol, and combo-based CBD is the non-psychoactive cannabinoid best known for its perceived medical benefits, whereas THC is the psychoactive cannabinoid known for getting the user high. In other words, Coca-Cola is diverse enough geographically and has a large enough portfolio of products that entering the cannabis space isn't necessary at this time. And as for Buffett, there are multiple reasons he and Berkshire Hathaway, which owns 9.4% stake in Coca-Cola worth $18.9 billion, would shy away from marijuana. To begin with, consider that Buffett and Monger are 88 and 95 years old, respectively. They have an old school mindset, and surveys regularly show that as age increases, favorability towards cannabis tends to decrease. Buffett's commentary about Coca-Cola maintaining its wholesome image is a testament to that the Oracle of Omaha doesn't believe the grass would be greener for the beverage giant with a cannabis company in its corner. From a business perspective, the marijuana industry would raise a number of red flags for Buffett as a buy and a hold investor. Buffett tends to favor time-tested, profitable businesses that trade on reputable U.S. exchanges. Comparatively, most marijuana businesses are only a few years old and many aren't profitable on an operating basis, and fewer than a dozen trade on a major U.S. exchange. Not to mention, the legality of cannabis is all dependent on the country in question, and that's not something Buffett or Munger would likely buy into. Cannabis might be the fastest growing industry in North America right now, but for Warren Buffett, it's a big marijuana. So I also found another article talking about Warren Buffett investing in the cannabis industry. So size and listing are additional problems. Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway tend to invest in mega cap or large cap companies, and you won't find a single over-the-counter listed stock among Berkshire Hathaway's portfolio of 4 dozen securities. The issue is that there's only one true large cap pod stock, and that's Canopy Growth, and a mere 9 marijuana stock trades on a reputable US exchanges. Albeit this figure is close to 1 dozen if you count partial players such as Scott's Miracle-Gro. There just aren't that many choices that Buffett would feel comfortable adding to Berkshire's portfolio. Another thing is legality is yet another issue. Even though cannabis is legal medically and recreationally in Canada, and 2/3 of all United States have given the green light to the medical marijuana, it remains a Schedule 1 substance in the United States. In plain English, this means it's still entirely illegal, prone to abuse, and not recognized as having any medical benefits. It's unlikely that Buffett would consider investing money in an industry that's considered federally illegal in the United States. In other words, the marijuana industry industry may have appealed to big name investors, but Warren Buffett isn't going to be one of them. So another thing is Buffett prefers to buy into time-tested business models that can generate profits in any economic environment. That's not an accurate description of the marijuana industry at the moment. With few exceptions, most pot stocks are losing a lot of money. Aurora Cannabis, which is expected to be the largest producer in the world by peak output, has lost $192 million on operating basis, excluding the one-time costs and benefit. In the first 6 months of its current fiscal year, sure, Aurora Cannabis is outproducing its peers, and Aurora Cannabis could be on track for the $2 billion plus in sales by 2022, but for now the company is a major money loser. Buffett tends to avoid untested and unprofitable businesses. So another reason Buffett is likely to avoid pot stocks is that he doesn't like to devote a lot of time to managing his investments. To be clear, I'm not suggesting that Buffett and his team purposely ignore earnings reports or pertinent news events for the companies they're currently investing in. Rather, I'm suggesting that Buffett aims to buy companies that don't require a lot of effort to stay on top of what's going on with the underlying businesses. Given how new the legal weed industry is, and with the understanding that legalization are ongoing around the world, pot stocks require investors to be actively involved, and that's not something Buffett would care for, and it's a big reason why he tends to avoid pharmaceutical and biotech stocks. So that's it for that. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget, give me a thumbs up, hit that notification bell, smash that subscribe button. I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye bye.